Today we're going to talk about mark making, and I'm going to show you how I make my marks. So I got a Posca pen, a black marker, I've got the catalyst wedge, I'm using some acrylic ink from Deli and Rhino and some golden, and let's get started. Start off here by just making some lines, fat lines, skinny lines, all sorts of marks. These will be used in an upcoming collage series that I'm going to start tomorrow. So we're just adding in lines, and these will be collaged over the painted pieces. I want these to feel very organic and very much like the way that I paint, because they will be used as lines in the work. Here I am going in with this skinny acrylic brush with some brown sepia toned acrylic ink, and I'm just making sort of these I guess they're just maybe like horizon lines or something like that. This is a stiff old brush that I have that I never use because it's really awful, but it's great for this because it makes scratchy marks and changes up the mark making. So I usually do this when I start a new collage project. I'm going to go in here with my catalyst wedge, and this is one of my favorite tools to use because I love the marks that it makes. This is probably not the most efficient way to get paint on here because it's really fat, but I love it. It's one of my favorite tools for a lot of different things. I spread gesso with it, I spread paint with it, I go back into paint and take away paint with it. You can see I'm just making some little marks on the paper. So I put some onto a bigger palette with some water so I can dip faster. I would love to know what your favorite mark making tool is, so drop a comment. While we're here, don't forget to like and subscribe if you want to see more of these types of videos of my process. So here I'm just making some sort of cross hatching. I envision this being like somewhere in the middle ground of a work, and you'll see how I cut these up, and they really add just such depth to my work, and it's just kind of the way that I like to work. Here I'm going with some black, and I'm going to make these pretty bold marks again, mimicking landscape, mimicking grasses and horizons and fences and anything that I can think of. I like a bold black shape, but sometimes it's not doable when I'm working, and this is a really nice way to add some big bold marks without putting them on the paper. And I love how they are translucent and you'll be able to see the paint underneath. That paper is really nice there too. I'll probably cut that up and use that as well because it's kind of fun. So here I'm going with the Posca marker, and I thought, wow, I could just probably put the Posca marker down and then use the catalyst wedge to make some sort of marks with that, with these dots, and then spreading them out. Kind of like a little fish, I think. That seemed to work really well, although I think my Posca marker is about dead and I need to buy a new one. So I will be off on Amazon later buying new Posca markers. So then I'm going to go back in and I'm just going to put some of that acrylic ink down, the sepia, and see what we get here. See if we get more marks with that catalyst. And that seems to work out nicely too, with the hatchy marks and just sort of going back in. So I think going forward, this is the best way to use this with mark making. And this is a tool that I bought at the dollar store. It's just a spatula that I bought. Here you can see my Posca marker is dying. It's a spatula that I bought, and then I cut notches in it with an X-Acto. These are really inexpensive, and an alternative to buying one of the catalyst wedges, you can just take one of these Betty Crockers and make your own spatula with your own size marks. Just cut some notches in it, You can see this marks are really fat and really juicy. And I did both sides. So I have one side that's got like 3 and this one's got like 2. You can see these are really fun way to add marks into your work as well. And these are really wet. So here I'm gonna attempt with the Posca marker again, and I think it's just dead. So, what are your favorite types of markers to make? Like favorite markers? I really like the Poscas, but I wonder if there's a different brand out there that you might use that's maybe a little less inexpensive. Here I went in with the black, carbon black from Golden. The fluid acrylics work really well for this. I don't tend to use regular acrylic. It's a little too thick. And here I'm just going to take you through what we've done and look at all the marks that we've made. I will be using these in, like I said, in a collage work tomorrow. So until then, have a wonderful day and see you in the next one.